Web Sports. I'm Gargi Rao, and joining me today for this show is Trisha Ghoshal. And we've seen what a spectacular day too. Everyone on the edge of their seats. Not at any point could you tell what was going to happen next. That's just the beauty of Test cricket. We're here in front of the Mopa and opposite the SCG. We're facing the SCG. But what an interesting day we've seen. What an interesting day of Test cricket. And we're going to be talking about 5 key points where everything changed. Starting with, of course, the Indian bowling lineup being incredibly penetrative today.
Absolutely. I mean, we have been speaking about this, that Bumrah has been, obviously getting wickets, but the support from the other end has been lacking.
Yes.
But that, of course, was absolutely correct today with Siraj bowling well, which was a little bit expected because in the second innings at Melbourne, we did see him bowling well. And also, he has done well under Jasprit Bumrah and Virat Kohli, so understandable. Prasidh Krishna had bowled very well. I think we were talking about this in the live, that his role was to, get that steep bounce and he did that. But for me, the revelation was the way Nitish Kumar Reddy bowled. And revelation not because I did not expect him to bowl that way, but it was the correct way to bowl. It is what you expect of Nitish. And if Nitish can do that role, add on some runs, an absolute sure shot starter in that playing 11. But Gargi, when we are talking about this part of bowling, we have to talk about why it was significant. And the significance, while I take out the numbers, why don't you also talk about the slip catching, and then I'll search and give the numbers.
You know what really changed things for today, because what we've seen so far, or at least from the 4th test, is the fact that we were seeing a lot of misfields, we were seeing a lot of dropped catches. Look back on the last game, 3 dropped catches from Yashasvi Jaiswal that perhaps changed the game, and it went in favour of Australia. Manas Labuschagne being dropped, you've got a Steve Smith, Pat Cummins being dropped, and both of these batters made a lot of runs. Yes, Usman Khwaja was also dropped, but thankfully he did not do a lot of damage. But at the same time, you can't be dropping catches in a test match. And what we've seen today from KL Rahul, first of all, brilliant slip catching from KL Rahul. Virat Kohli with that one dive catch. Yashasvi Jaiswal, I think there's been some brilliant work put in by the slip coders.
Absolutely, and I'm delighted because someone like a KL Rahul is actually a perfect match for the slips. I've said this in the live as well, because he's a wicket keeper. That anticipation, that sighting becomes a little easier, which is not that easy for somebody who doesn't stand in the slips. Now for the numbers, where India has kind of conceded this whole lead to Australia in this series is, in the first test in Perth, in the second innings, Australia was 79 for 5, and then they went on to make 238 before getting all out. Second test, Adelaide, 208 for 5 to 337 for 10. Third test, Gaba, first innings, 326 for 5 to 445 for 10. MCG, and MCG, both the innings was genuinely ridiculous, because in the first innings 246 for 5 to 474 for 10.
That's a lot of runs.
Absolutely. And the second innings, you are 85 for 5 to 234 for 10. From 85 for 5, if you could have sealed got the wickets in within 50 odd runs, you could have been 2-1 up. You are actually 2-1 down. So I think that is where the significance of getting those last 5 wickets, and why are we mentioning Prasidh Krishna, Mohammad Siraj, Nitish Reddy comes into the fore. But that also seamlessly now brings up the second point, or absolutely, we need to talk about at that number 6, Mitchell Marsh was a walk-in wicket. But this time, Bo Webster, because I've been getting his name all wrong, but I think Webster did a phenomenal job.
Yes. When you look at it, Mitchell Marsh at number 6 is such an important position, because when a number six comes in, it's either one of the most important times of a test match, or the top order has already done its job. It's either of both. Either number six needs to step up, or they've already done the job. But with Mitchell Marsh, we did not see any significant contributions from him with the bat. But now, Bo Webster, the way that he came in, I think it stabilized the innings for Australia a little bit. Without that partnership between Bo Webster and Steve Smith, Australia would have been in a very, very different position right now.
Absolutely, I think they would have been deep in waters.
Debut, yeah. Come on, 1 wicket if I'm
Wickets. In the first innings, he got wickets, he got runs, and then in the second innings, hello, sir. Yeah, and in the second innings too, he got a wicket. So I think Webster in totality had one of the. Moving on to the third point, Rishabh Pant.
Oh,
So much criticism. Shot selection.
I think the criticism was.
Let's start with the first one.
Oh, incredible effort from Rishabh Pant over there. I mean, that first shot, right from the big day tomorrow. Yeah. That's all right. But yes, Rishabh Pant. It explains why Rishabh Pant is one of the most feared batters in the current generation, and why Australia is so afraid of him. Like one gentleman just told us that Rishabh Pant is the only batter who can take the game away from you single-handedly. And that first shot, I think that rattled Australia. That absolutely rattled Australia.
Yeah, because that came out of nowhere.
Exactly.
You have taken 3 wickets. India ideally should shut shop. Rishabh Pant comes out, first ball, he just hits it.
Gone.
And to think of it, that of course Rishabh Pant is carrying that burden where, last match, yes, Rishabh is not the only reason that India lost, but even then, Rishabh's wicket was one of the turning points of the match, because you had already had a great session, 10 more overs, and you could have saved that test match. India comes in 2-1 down, a lot of pressure on his shoulders, but he turns up and performs.
Changes the game,
absolutely, because this pitch is not going to get easy, Gargi, and it is a very, very difficult pitch to bat on. Anybody who says that 175 to 200 is easily chaseable here is watching a different match.
Absolutely not. I think you're bang on over there. And the fact that Rishabh Pant, I think it started with the Yashasvi Jaiswal taking that aggressive approach. I think credit to whoever, obviously it was a team decision to go for an aggressive approach. And this time around, I think one of the biggest differences was that you saw that intent from everyone. Everyone was on the same page.
But I don't think that in the first innings they could have pulled this out.
No.
They couldn't have, because let me remind you, yes, Pant played superbly, yes, Jaiswal played superbly. Not only the situation, the pitch yesterday was overcast, moist because of the rain, but today, by the third, India came out to bat in the third session, because when the last Australian wicket fell, we went into tea. So India ideally came out to bat in the third session, which was the best session to bat, because from the morning the sun has been, absolutely, it has been there right on the pitch. That was your best condition to bat on,
and they took full advantage of it. And
that's the important part.
I'm glad India did that. I think that was one of the best decisions that we've seen so far in the series. The fourth point, of course, this is going to be quite interesting. Jasprit Bumrah leaving the sheds in the middle of the match, going for scans and then coming back after quite some while. But is this concerning, Trisha? Yes, I know we're hearing news of there not being a serious concern, but the fact that he had left the match is concern enough.
Well, I think it's a matter of concern,
because it changes everything.
That 175 becomes 220 probably without a Jasprit Bumrah, and that seems quite difficult right now, because I'm repeating again, this pitch is very, very difficult. 175 is tough, but without Bumrah, from what we are hearing, he's going to come out to bowl. And also the positive sign for me was when he came back from the scans, when he was going for the scans, he looked pretty uncomfortable. In fact, when he was getting up on the car, absolutely. You could understand that either the back or the side was giving him a lot of trouble. But the part which makes me positive is when he came back, the way he climbed up the stairs. You know, a lot of people said that probably he was doing it to show something. When you are in pain, you can't do anything to show that you're not in pain, because if he had to, then when he was going out for scans also, he would have shown that, you know, it's not painful. Yeah, exactly.
Maybe he got some shots or something. Could be the reason.
Absolutely. And for Bumrah, in his head, he would know 10 good overs and the match is ours. So I think that is a huge advantage that Bumrah now, because it's a fourth innings, Bumrah now will know, oh, you know what, I need to probably bowl 3 over spells, 4 3-over spells. Make it more like a T20, because it will become a T20 game. Australia will come out hard to chase, you know. So what is the fifth point?
The fifth point, of course, here being...
The fifth point being Gill and Kohli doing the same thing over and over again.
You see what happened there? My mind blocked the memory, because I'm so, as an Indian cricket fan, I'm so traumatized that I'm trying, my brain has like automatically blocked.
I felt sad seeing Kohli's reaction.
You know
because
what?
you can see how frustrated he is immediately after he played that shot.
Like back on the ground.
You know, for people who are trolling him right, left and center, guys, it's not easy for that man. Yes, it's hard for us to see him play like that. Yes, it's hard on the Indian team. Think of him there.
Yeah.
And you know, on a day when Kohli clearly, from the time that Bumrah actually came out to captain, for example, when the whole Sam Constance Bumrah thing happened, Kohli immediately from the slip, you know, raised his hand and asked Bumrah, are you calm? Bumrah said, yes, I'm in control. So he was acting like a support to Bumrah. Once Bumrah left the field, he was taking active part from the morning in the whole leadership group, setting fields, helping Gill out, who was the acting captain, and he did a brilliant job. You know, it was completely different. The field placing, the attitude of the players, the fielding, everything changes once, you know, that Kohli leader, Kohli captain comes. But one thing remains the same.
Him getting out on that ball.
I feel sad.
I also feel sad, because you know that the second that he went for that shot, he regretted it. You could see that in his body language, that he was like, oh.
And I will plug something in right now. So I wrote a piece yesterday,
Okay.
which clearly mentioned that after every break, this is happening to him.
Yeah. He's losing that concentration.
Yes.
Yes.
Today, there was a chat. One of our colleagues, Snehashish, he messaged me, Didi, drinks break.
Oh.
Because 2 balls later, he hit a boundary, or 1 ball later, he hit a boundary, and then 2 balls later, he edges that. A break, a loss in focus, gone.
Gone.
Shouldn't happen. 100% shouldn't happen. Not even trying to defend Kohli. There's nothing to defend in here. But yes, absolutely sad. And Gill, what was he trying to do? KL Rahul. What was KL Rahul trying to do? How many times will the Indian top order gift wickets away, and then players like Washington Sundar, Ravindra Jadeja and Rishabh Pant have to fight it out? For how long will this happen?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's been such a disappointment seeing the Indian top order this time around. In this series, because match after match, innings after innings, you're thinking, you know what, it's going to change now. You know what, it's going to change now, but it never changes. You're seeing the same patterns. Yes, Rishabh Pant changed it completely this time around. Yashasvi Jaiswal was brilliant with his start. But, you know, the key batters that we want them to step up, Shubman Gill, Virat Kohli, where are the big contributions from them?
You know what's more frustrating, Gargi? People are getting starts. We are not getting 50s and 100s. You know,
exactly. They're getting starts. They get in set in, and then suddenly they're gifting their wicket away. I think that's what we've been talking about for so long. It's the execution that's lacking. Is it a lack of focus? Is it a lack of concentration? What's going wrong? Why are we not able to convert those innings? Why are we not able to convert those starts into something big?
No idea.
Questions we don't have answers to.
Absolutely. But before we end, a straight up question: what do you think will be the target that India will look at?
They're at how much right now?
130.
Oh, we're going to quickly check, but it's going to be quite interesting to see.
India is 145.
145. I think 180. Anything close to 180 would be good.
Yeah, 175.
Yeah, 175, 180 is, I think, we both agree on that.
Yes, absolutely. And you know what? A lot of people are saying with Bumrah, without Bumrah, the kind of pitch that this is.
They will take control.
If India can bowl the disciplined line and length that they did in this first innings, then 175, even without Bumrah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yes. I think one of the key bowlers here, I know we were not talking about him much, but it has been Prasidh Krishna. He's getting you that steep bounce. And when you say steep bounce, Prasidh Krishna is the image that's coming to my mind.
Absolutely. And the pitch has been playing funny. No, I won't fly away. The pitch is it's still, the bounce is variable, and maybe if the conditions are this windy and cloudy tomorrow, the ball is going to talk a lot.
Yeah.
I think the ball will talk more than Sam Constance. Well, with that,
we're going to take your leave. Thank you so much. We'll be back tomorrow morning before the match starts. So don't forget to wake up a little bit more earlier than usual and join us.
Could be the last day of the series.
Oh.
So do wake up early. Do join in Rev Sports, whichever language you feel like, English, Bengali, Hindi, because Rev Sports is coming to you live from Sydney Cricket Ground. We are 8 of us working hard so that you get the best coverage. Thank you so much.